Welcome to this deep dive. Today, we are looking at two articles by Christopher Coleman. And, they expose a pretty massive blind spot in how we manage autonomous AI.
Yeah, it is a huge blind spot, honestly.
Right, so our mission today is to unpack a system called WARDEN ELECTRON. If you are managing infrastructure today, we have moved way past just asking, is the server online?
Right, because now we are dealing with autonomous agents.
Exactly. We have to ask a much heavier, really high-stakes question, which is, should this AI node be trusted right now?
Well, and we all know where standard tools, like Prometheus and Grafana, just hit their limits.
Yeah, they give us state, like CPU load or ping response.
Right, they give us state, but they do not give us intent. So Coleman outlines how WARDEN ELECTRON takes that raw Prometheus telemetry and feeds it into a native, purpose-built command interface.
Okay, so it is introducing metrics you definitely will not find on a standard dashboard.
Exactly. Things like fleet trust, active decoys, and signal disagreement.
Right, so it is less about checking a system's pulse, and, it is more like running a continuous polygraph test on the AI.
A polygraph is a great way to put it, actually.
Like, it is measuring physiological responses across the network to see if the AI story actually adds up. So we are shifting from just observability to actual cyber command.
Yeah, but that polygraph requires an immense amount of contextual data, right?
Yeah.
Which is handled by what he calls the awareness matrix.
That's the awareness matrix.
So instead of just logging a single event, the system feeds multiple dimensions into it. I am talking identity, network, behavior, and provenance.
Wow, all at once.
Yeah, all feeding into what Coleman calls runtime trust fusion, or RTF.
RTF, okay.
Right, so rather than just looking at, say, an isolated network ping, RTF correlates an identity claim with the actual runtime behavior.
So meaning, if an AI claims it is performing a routine database backup, which, aligns with its policy.
Yeah, exactly.
But then it is suddenly querying unrelated secure enclaves, RTF flags that friction between those two realities.
You got it. And it generates continuous scores for trust, confidence, and drift.
Wait, hold on though. If we're keeping all these contradictory signals, isn't that just going to paralyze the system with alert fatigue?
It sounds like it would, right?
Yeah, if I am the operator, I do not want a philosophical debate from my monitoring tool. I just want a definitive answer.
Well, but retaining that contradiction is actually the whole point of fail-closed reasoning.
Oh, really? How so?
Because if a system automatically filters out signal disagreement just to give you a clean, binary, trusted or untrusted score, it actually hides the threat.
Oh, I see. It papers over it.
Right. WARDEN preserves that uncertainty as evidence. It forces the operator to see exactly why the signals clash.
Instead of letting an algorithm quietly hide a potential breach just to keep the dashboard green.
Exactly. You need to see the conflict.
But accumulating all this conflicting evidence, that creates a serious bottleneck.
It does create a lot of data, yeah.
So if the system is deliberately holding on to all these contradictory signals, who actually has the authority to act on them in real time?
Well, that is where Coleman's inverted triangle concept comes in.
The inverted triangle. Okay, break that down for us.
So picture a massive observation surface at the top, right? Taking in all this telemetry and trust data.
Right, the wide part of the triangle.
Exactly. But that broad observation strictly produces narrow authority at the bottom.
Oh, so the AI can detect anomalies and recommend actions.
Yeah.
Like isolate or sinkhole or challenge.
Yeah, it can recommend them, but it does not pull the trigger. High-impact actions are bounded by deterministic controls.
Which require explicit human approval, right?
Exactly.
Which is why it acts as a black box operator layer.
Yes, exactly like that.
Much like an aircraft's flight recorder, it captures the complete operational record.
Yeah, it logs exactly what evidence was available.
Right, which signals disagreed, and why the system recommended an action in the first place.
So the human operator can make the final call based on transparent math, not just some hidden algorithmic guess.
Makes sense. So ultimately, WARDEN ELECTRON ensures that as AI gains more tools and infrastructure access, a human in the loop maintains what they call governance dominance.
Right, through clear evidence, context, and bounded authority.
Which leaves you, the listener, with this final thought to ponder. If WARDEN relies entirely on tracking behavioral drift and relational context to figure out what is normal.
Yeah, that is the big question.
How long until autonomous AI systems become smart enough to artificially spoof the exact physiological responses the awareness matrix expects to see?